70s. Oh my God, they obviously suck.
Dazed and Confused. See it with a bud.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Criterion Collection's newest release, Dazed and Confused. But before we do that, if you guys are into 4K reviews, movie reviews, some tech, some video games, and we do some podcasts now too, so if you guys are into all that, then please consider hitting the like and subscribe button, because that is the best way to help us out. So in 1993, Richard Linklater gave us Dazed and Confused. Now, this movie, right off the bat, spoilers, this movie is fantastic. If you've never seen Dazed and Confused, stop watching this video and just go watch it, because it is a fantastic movie. The best way to really explain it is, like, if you get nostalgic for like time periods, you know, I always say like I love the 80s. I thought the 80s was the greatest, and my dad was like, oh no, the 70s was definitely the best, and this is like the definition of the 70s right here, and it puts up a hard argument, 70s versus 80s for me. You know, I was a 90s kid, so I didn't grow up in any of these eras, but I just always enjoyed seeing like 80s stuff on the screen. But watching this, like, now that I think of it, the 70s is pretty fucking cool. I wish I was alive in this time period to really grow up like these kids did, because it looks like they had a great time, and this movie is, it's almost like a biopic of the 70s. You know, it's mid-70s. I think it was 76 was the exact year. It was it all happened around pretty much one day. It was May 28th, I believe it was, 1976, and it's basically just their last day of school. It starts in the morning. It sets up all the characters. You know, there's a ton of characters, and it's got a pretty stacked cast, you know. So this is 1993, so we get a young Ben Affleck, we get a young Milla Jovovich, we get a young Matthew McConaughey, and we just get a really, really awesome cast. It's a huge cast, you know. It's not starring anybody. This is just a ginormous cast, and I think they casted it perfectly. You know, the set, there's not so much set design. It's the schools, how they got all those old classic cars. You know, it's 93, so they're not as rare, but it's just really cool to see all those classic cars on the road. They really nail that. You see the Chevelles, you see the orange Judge. That car is so fucking cool. Just all the old Chevys and Fords and the pickup trucks and all that stuff. You get so nostalgic. I love this stuff. I eat this up. And it's really just a coming of age film. It basically shows these kids in middle school, as they're transitioning into their freshman year of high school. The seniors who, well, they were 11th graders, now they're becoming seniors, and the tradition in this town is on the last day of school, the newly granted seniors get to go and initiate all the freshmen or junior, I forget, was it freshmen or juniors? Freshman year, they're fresh.
Jesus Christ!
They get to go around and in wood shop on the last day of school. They're making these paddles, and they just catch all the middle school kids who are coming into high school, and they just get to whack them on the ass, and then they take them out and go get drunk and show them a good time. Some of them take it a little bit more serious than others, like in particular Ben Affleck's character, O'Bannon. I guess you could say he was the bad guy of the movie. He was left back, and he really, really gets a hard on and going after these kids and beating up on them with the paddles. But everyone else was kind of lighthearted about it. You know, they throw them a beer after they're done, and they take them out, and they're showing them around. They're hooking them up with girls. So it was really just Affleck's character, and he played it so well. It's like you really hated that guy. He was such a dick.
Fucking saw that, you little sack of shit. You two are fucking dead.
And then Matthew McConaughey in this movie, classic. Line after line, that's what I love about high school girls. I keep getting older and they stay the same age. All right, all right, all right. You know, just
LIVIN.
line after line, and that ridiculous haircut he's got. But you know, it's the 70s. It worked with the salmon pants. But his car, that Chevelle, cool as hell. Another thing I want to note about this movie is the soundtrack is incredible. I think every scene had a song. There had to be 20 to 30 songs. The soundtrack is incredible in this movie, and you know, it's all 70s era songs, and it's just so cool to see it. It was almost like a music video, you know. There's there's a story to it, you know, there's a lot going on, but there's music in the background of almost every single scene. It'll start off high and then come down low, and just every scene, just, you know, there's Aerosmith, there's Ozzy. It's just, oh my god, awesome soundtrack. Again, I eat this stuff up. I absolutely love this movie. And then the high school girls also, they kind of haze the freshman girls as well. You know, they're covering them in ketchup and mayo and flour and all that. But again, they take them out and they all meet up. And this town is just got so many kids. You know, it's a small town in Texas, and they're driving up and down the road all night. They're going to the burger joint. They're having a party in the woods. They're at not the Emporium. I think it's just like a pool hall where you bring your own drinks and stuff like that. And just everyone was cool with each other. Everyone's hanging out, having a great time, and it just looked like a great place to grow up, a great place to hang out. And that's basically the entire movie. You know, there was a through plot with John Landon's character. Basically, he was on the football team, and they gave not so much an ultimatum, but basically almost like a contract, a promise not to do drugs and alcohol over the summer and maintain their, I guess, skill to join the senior year football, because they thought they can bring the team into, like, I guess, some sort of scholarship program. But he just, you know, he didn't want to conform and sign the note, and he basically told the coach, I might play ball, but I'm going to do it on my own terms. And that's cool, you know, it wasn't like a mandatory thing, so, but that was like kind of the main through line with the seniors. And the kid brother of his girlfriend was that was the coming of age story. So, you know, it just all wrapped into one. It's just a great movie. There's an awesome atmosphere. It's just something really, really cool to check out, and I think they captured something really great here. And, you know, that's why it's in the Criterion collection, because Criterion, not generally my favorite types of movies, but this one really stands out to me. I think this definitely deserves to be in the Criterion collection. This is a special movie, and it is just a point in time that it's not like this anymore, and that's unfortunate, because it looks like it was a great time, and unfortunately the world is just not like that anymore. So overall, I think I would give this movie a 9 out of 10. Again, I just said how much I really, really love this movie. Although the 9 out of 10, I would take off that 1 point, because towards the end of the movie, once it starts winding down, it's got, I don't know if I would say a depressing ending, but there's some scenes that you get a little bit depressed. You know, there's the scene in the woods where the kegs are tapped, so they start putting the cups over the dead kegs, and everyone's getting kicked out of everywhere. They get kicked off the football field, and it was kind of just a weird ending where you don't really know what's going on, and then they're going to get their Aerosmith tickets, and kind of sunset from there to another awesome soundtrack. But you know, I just always get like a weird depressed feeling. Maybe just because the movie's over and I enjoyed it all the way through. I'm not sure what it is, but that's my 9 out of 10, because again, this movie is a must-see, especially if you're someone that's into the era, you know, you like these coming-of-age films. And I also really, really love, I noticed it the other day, especially with like horror movies, I really enjoy like settings at school campuses, like a college campus or a high school I don't know why, I just really enjoy that setting, and you know, that you get a lot of that here, and it's just really, really awesome. And this is probably my favorite Criterion collection movie, you know. And then you'll also see in the double packs a lot, you get the Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which arguably might even be a better movie. I'm not sure. I love both of these. I go back and forth. I'm not entirely sure. Again, these kind of go hand in hand, and you'll see these in double packs a lot. And this is also a Criterion movie. So that, again, the Criterion label on it is definitely saying something, because their movies are significant in one way or another. But with all that being said, let's jump into the 4K review. So, John is generally the Criterion guy, but I am a way bigger fan of Dazed and Confused than he is, which is strange. From my understanding, I believe Criterion once a month, or I'm not entirely sure their schedule, but not every release is these cool digipacks. Like this Fast Times, this is just a basic Blu-ray case, no slipcover, no nothing. And now this Dazed and Confused release is just over the top incredible. This is one of the nicest pieces in my collection, and I really love what they did here with this digipack. So I don't know why they call it a digipack either, I'm not sure, but that's just what they're called. So there's your front cover. You got the little circles in there cut out to see the actual artwork on the inside, which is really cool. Nice big on the spine, big lettering on there. You can pick whatever color you want. I think the red one is the one that's meant to be out, but that's really just however you'd like it. You want the red or the white, that's cool. You got all your info on the back. Now, they did have a Blu-ray release, and I actually had the Blu-ray release of this. I gave it to John, but it is identical. Identical. Comes with the same pack-in, the same everything. The only difference between this and the Blu-ray is obviously the 4K disc. And that is the only difference, and then obviously they changed up some information on the back of the box. But once you slide the nice hard cardboard slipcover off, and there's still even more pictures on the inside of this, which is just, you know, they went above and beyond with this one. So there is what the book looks like outside of the slipcover, some more artwork on the back, and then once you pop this bad boy open, you get a lot in here. So you get a pretty cool poster of that orange Judge. You know, that's a cool car. You know, the Judge, if you know what the Judge is, you know what cool cars are. Dazed and Confused, and this is, it looked probably really cool with a black light on it, you know, because of the colors on it. They're just the neon and it looks like this is probably meant to have neon or black light on it. I wish I had a place to hang. I'm gonna find a place to hang this, I think, because I really like that. And then you get this incredibly big and thick. It almost looks like a yearbook, I guess. You know, it's got the little spiral on there and written on it, year 76 rules, and it's all doodled on. But there's 70 something pages in this book, and it's just, I mean, I didn't dive too deep into the book, but there's a lot of stuff in here, and this is just out of control. You don't get this with every Criterion release. So there's a lot of stuff in here. There's cast and credits, there's song guides, it looks like there's little mini documentary type things, there's stuff about the transfer of the disc itself, and just jam-packed with information and cool stuff about the movie. So last but not least, we have our 4K disc and our Blu-ray disc. So the disc design on the discs itself, they're basically the same. This one is just labeled 4K, where that one is your Blu-ray disc. So the transfer itself, this is a new 4K scan. It's a new 4K restoration. It has Dolby Vision, and wow, it looks incredible. This is definitely the best the movie has ever looked, without a doubt. It is definitely an upgrade over that Blu-ray. The Blu-ray in here is the same Blu-ray disc that came in the previous set. This is just a new 4K scan restoration, a new 4K restoration on a 4K disc also. So you get the older Blu-ray plus the new 4K. And it just looks really, really, really good. Really, I don't have a single complaint. Honestly, I think they nailed this transfer. I think it looked absolutely incredible. You know, the skin tones look perfect. The colors on like that orange Judge, I'm gonna keep bringing that back because it's just that bright orange, and it just looks absolutely insane. You know, the Dolby Vision HDR just makes everything look absolutely incredible, and this is by far the best this movie has ever looked. And that's the good thing about the Criterion movies, because the 4K transfers, or just even the Blu-ray transfers, are supervised by the director. So the director gets to see it, and it's what he envisioned. This is what he wanted to see. So it's got his stamp of approval on it. So it's what the director intended us to see. And I think it looked really good. Actually, as you can see, on this one's not open. It has the tag Director Approved Blu-ray Special Edition. So that's the Fast Times Blu-ray. This had that also. Obviously, I opened it and didn't save the sticker. But as far as the transfer goes, visually, 10 out of 10. I think this is a fantastic looking 4K. If you already have that old Blu-ray, if you really love this movie, I can highly recommend doing the upgrade, because I think it looks a lot better. You know, it wasn't a bad Blu-ray by any means, but Dolby Vision, you know, it's a home run. I think this is definitely worth the upgrade, especially because you get the sweet packaging again. You know, if you already have the old Blu-ray like I did, again, it is literally the same thing. This one is actually a little bit thicker because you get the 2 discs in here. So you get that disc plus a new 4K disc in here. John's going to keep that Blu-ray now, so it's not a total loss for me. But if you already have that, again, you know, Criterion stuff, it goes on sale like once a year. But I think this one is definitely worth it because it's just an awesome movie, and it's just an even better scan. You know, it's definitely worth it. Now, as far as audio goes, it's the same DTS 5.1 as the Blu-ray had. It's not the best audio track in the world. You know, I wish they would have gone and done an Atmos track, or at least a new track, and cleaned it up a bit, because not that it's terrible, but there's just a few scenes, you know, it's 93, so I guess the equipment wasn't the best at the time, and that's why I just wish they would have tuned up the audio track just a bit. You know, the music in the audio, in the soundtrack, again, the music all sounded great. There's just a couple scenes maybe they didn't have the mics placed in the right spot, or it was just the echoey hallways or something. It was very little, you know, it wasn't terrible, so I'm not really gonna take too many points off for that. But again, I would have liked a new audio track to go along with this brand new beautiful Dolby Vision scan. So overall, I think Criterion really knocked it out of the park here. This is a really amazing set. It's a really amazing movie. I think it's like almost culturally significant, this movie. You know, this is like, again, this is like a piece in time. This is, if we were putting like a time capsule to show aliens or, you know, people of the future, what it was like, this is like something you show them. Like, this was the 70s right here, and this is the definition of the 70s. And, you know, it's just a very important movie in my opinion, and again, I think Criterion did a fantastic job. This is an awesome release. I love everything about it. The audio track is probably the weakest part for me, but again, still not bad. Just wish we would have got something new, but we didn't. I guess I can't complain too much because that 4K scan is great. So overall, I guess I would give this entire release a 9 out of 10. Again, 9 out of 10 on the movie, 10 out of 10 on the scan. Just the audio, I'm not going to take a ton of points off again, but 9 out of 10, I think that's definitely fair. I think it's worth the upgrade from the previous Blu-ray. It is the same thing, basically, as far as packaging goes, but the new 4K scan, I think it's worth it. Also, this is definitely packed with special features. There's tons of special features. I believe they're all on the Blu-ray disc. I didn't see any on the 4K disc, so that's kind of common these days. We generally don't get the special features on the 4K disc a lot. If there might be like an audio commentary on there or something, but the bulk of it is going to be on the Blu-ray disc. Also, if you guys want to pick this up and add it to your collection, we will post our Amazon affiliate link down in the description. That also helps out the channel at no extra cost to you.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to pop in at the end of this video. I was actually, as you could probably see, I'm back in time. I was filming my Magnificent 7 review, and I wanted to pop into this video and give you guys this week's digital code giveaway questions. So if you're new to this, we do this every single Friday. In Friday's video, Matt or I will ask you guys 2 digital code giveaway questions. All you have to do is answer one in the comment section below, and then you have your choice of the digital codes that you've seen on your screen before you today. And what are this week's 2 digital code giveaway questions? Well, I figured this is a Dazed and Confused review. Why don't I ask you guys, what is your favorite coming-of-age film? There's so many great coming-of-age films out there. I mean, John Hughes pretty much mastered the making of coming-of-age movies, but what is yours? I mean, we get a few of these every single year. I mean, there's a couple that stand out over the last few years, like The Perks of Being a Wallflower and The Edge of 17, I think is a very underrated one that came out, I think, in like 2015. I really love that movie. It's a great genre that they keep just adding to, so I really want to know, what is your favorite coming-of-age movie? And then for the second question, you know, this one's a little bit more simpler, and really, you know what? I think it fits. And this is the movie that put Matthew McConaughey on the map, and that question is, what's your favorite Matthew McConaughey movie? You know, we had the McConaissance that started with The Lincoln Lawyer and True Detective a few years ago, but, you know, maybe you guys are into his rom-coms. Maybe you're into Dazed and Confused. Maybe you like Contact. I don't know. What is your favorite Matthew McConaughey movie? So again, those 2 questions are, what's your favorite Matthew McConaughey movie, and what is your favorite coming-of-age movie. And if you want to enter, all you got to do is answer one of those questions in the comment section below. Come back to Monday's video where I'll put your name on a magic wheel. We'll spin that bad boy 2 times, and the 2 names it lands on, those will be this week's 2 digital code giveaway winners. And again, guys, if you want to really help this channel out, nothing does more than by you liking this video, subscribing to the channel, searching for us on all podcast services, subscribing to us there, giving us a 5-star rating, and then when you're done doing all that, I want you guys to go out into those streets, and after you're done saying, all right, all right, all right, I want you to tell all your friends about us.